Hey there, guys. So, in this video, I wanted to talk about something that really changed the game for me and especially for my agency, which is essentially getting into using Thomas Gonnet's SMMA client machine. And the reason why it's so fucking powerful is because he just really, really, really paid so much attention to the service delivery side of things. And he still does, right? Although he's no longer running an agency per se, but a lot of the tips that I'll share with you guys over here really, really helped, especially the after or post lead generation aspect of things. So, this video is if you already have a consistent flow of leads coming in, right? In previous videos, you can find where I talk about lead generation, but this video will deal with the GHL side of things mostly and the post lead workflows, right? So, the first one that I'd like to talk about is personalized voicemail drops. And these, to be honest with you, if you're not utilizing these, you're really missing out. Um, what this looks like is you'd be dropping a pre-recorded voicemail after ringing the lead's phone, right? So I've listed out how to do it in GHL. It's quite simple, and this is what it would look like eventually, right? So the way we do our voicemails is something as simple as this. You talk about your offer and you give some urgency to it. So this is an example of what I mean.
Hey, this is Danielle with Rocky Mountain Service. I tried calling you, but I couldn't reach you. I just wanted you to know that you claimed the discount voucher for $200 off for any tree removals or service. I also sent you a text so you can just message me if you have any questions about the estimate pricing or anything else. Because unfortunately, the voucher does expire 1 week from you claiming it. Anyways, hope you have a great day. Talk soon.
So just as simple as that. And what you understood or what you got from that was the offer and urgency. Those are the two most important things. I've seen many people messing up this step by only having the offer. You need to have urgency related to it so that they respond back, right? And a lot of you would probably be asking me, what do you mean after ringing the lead's phone, right? And I'll explain this part in the third part of the system. So this is essentially what it looks like when you set it up in GHL. And for us, the way I run it is it would run after the call status of the live transfer and the tag has been added that the live transfer has not gone through. That's only when we send a voicemail. We do not send a voicemail if the live transfer is successful. The second step that Thomas uses quite a lot is follow up messages. However, the follow up messages actually are not holding up a large chunk of the effort in the workflow. What that means is he doesn't really do multiple follow ups through SMS, right? Instead, he uses call reminders and emails. So, the simple way to do it in GHL is you have your automation, then you go to workflows, and then, of course, now you'd be doing this with a Facebook lead form trigger or a form submission, for example. And you'd have essentially just delays, right? So different delays with SMS, email, and call attempts in relation to um uh, to each successive delay, right? So it would start with SMS, then email, and then call attempt, and then it would start again, say the next day, SMS, email, call attempt, right? And the way I optimized this was using the power of voicemail because this step is so powerful. Most of the leads, to be honest with you, would respond just after the voicemail and the follow-up SMS that is sent a minute or two after the voicemail. And then maybe I'd have two other follow-ups and then that's it, right? So I'd have most leads actually respond in the first part of my follow-up sequence, then in the second part. I've had follow-up sequences that go, or follow-up workflows that go up to 15 days, to be honest with you. And and this is, following up multiple times, up to 15 days. And to be honest, it's never really worked in terms of just relentlessly going through SMS and email and whatnot. Your best bet is you'd rather depend on the first point of contact just being so concrete and being so solid. And that is a combination of lead quality and your initial point of contact, right? How you initially um, contact them, because you have to understand that this is a random person that they'll be speaking to, right? Your client is a random person that your homeowner would be speaking to, and vice versa. So it needs to have a personalized touch the first time you reach out to them. And many of you would reach out to them through SMS first, right? I would say remove that, reach out to them through call first. If the call fails, reach out to them through voicemail. They need to hear a voice behind that phone. The last one is live transfers and SMS notifications, a combination of the two. This, guys, I cannot stress out to you how important this is, right? You need to be instantly notifying your team or your client whenever a lead submits, right? And the live transfer, it does exactly that. So the way it's set up in GHL is you'd go into your workflow and literally just add a call section, right? This is what it would look like. So over here, what you can see is a Facebook lead form would be submitted. Everything to do with the notification on my end and the client's end happens, right? And you need to assign a user for the live transfer to work. So in this case, it is assigned to my client, right, to his user, and then the call is performed. So it says new lead in, the service requested, the name of the lead that submitted the form, and everything you put in the call whisper section is what you want your client to hear or what you want your team to hear when they pick up the live transfer call. Once they've heard the call whisper, right, they'll be prompted to press a key on the keypad, any key, for example, and they will be routed into a call with the lead, right? Now, there are two options that can play out. Either the lead picks up or the lead doesn't pick up. If the lead picks up, then of course, your client will have a conversation with the lead, and, in the hopes of an estimate being booked. If the lead does not pick up, they are routed into this workflow, which is a failed live transfer, where your trigger needs to be the call status. So the call status of the live transfer that I just talked about. Your filters will be three: call direction going outgoing, call status being busy, cancelled, voicemail, no answer, and they need to be in the previous workflow, right? You will add a live transfer failed tag to the lead, to the contact, and then that is when your voicemail drop will come into play. And then that is when your follow up SMS, sorry, after the voicemail will come into play, right? That is what I mean by just having such a bulletproof service delivery and a bulletproof backend for your system, right? Eventually, what this results in: more satisfied clients, better retention. And Thomas Gonnet uses all three of these. And to be honest with you, I understand exactly why, because when I implemented them for myself, it changed the game completely. If you guys want me to drop maybe the workflow or anything in relation to what I talked about in this video, let me know in the comments, and hit me up on IG. You can ask me questions as well through there. And yeah, if you guys would like to maybe get my opinion on something that you guys are doing within your agency, or your specifically in relation to the back end and the Facebook ads or GHL side of things, let me know. And I'd be able to make a video or get in touch with you about it as well. All right, then. Have a lovely day, guys.